Know what you can expect over the next 1 to 3 days? I'm here to tell you, my friend. Welcome to Daily Predictions, your news before news. I'm Aurea Eden. Gubla One means good, blessed, and wonderful. It's my way of greeting. You will be able to see here starting today leadership, humanitarian acts, organization, as well as policing and politics. This is what you'll start seeing over the news over the next 1 to 3 days or four, starting today. So I have a hot list, and on my hot list, it lets you know of what exactly these keywords that you might see coming up. And some of the things that's on my hot list is go. Okay. I see go, like go, like literally go. I see approval and arrival. I see people coming back. These are words that's on my hot list. Goji. So we'll see something about goji, maybe goji berries on the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. China is coming up. So with the tariffs in play, goji berries might be a shortage. We get a lot of our tea from China. All right, that specializes in tea. So we might see coffee and tea being affected by the tariffs, and we'll see this over the news on the next 1 to 3 days. Also, goat. Goat is on my hot list. So we'll see something about goats or a goat. Now, people be out here calling themselves the goat. But if I know, like I know, it's not a good thing to call yourself a goat, okay? Because if you research what it means to be a goat, it's not a good thing, my friend. I get when you thinking greatest of all time. I get when you thinking that, but yeah, I wouldn't do it, okay? I wouldn't do it, okay? Because we speak things that are not as though they are so. I ain't finna be calling myself to go to nothing, all right? Um, so I'm also picking up JAG. JAG is on the hot list. JAG. This could be JAG military. JAG. I am picking up a lot on military energy here. Yesterday it was military training. Today I'm getting something about soldiers, private soldiers, this type of thing coming in. So JAG is on my hot list. There are more things like that's on my hot list concerning tickets and tags, oats. These are things that are on my hot list. Got like you got something, you're gonna get something. Moving, travel, these are things that are on my hot list. So let me tell you here what I'm seeing coming up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or four, or you may experience on an individual level here. So people are going to be feeling bored. Some people are going to be feeling isolated here as well. I'm seeing almost kind of like lost and found energy because I see people coming back. So over the next 1 to 3 days or four, we may hear something about some of the immigrants that were sent away coming back. And even the fact that I'm still seeing captures. So we're going to hear more about the immigrant captures, but I'm seeing that there's going to be some people who are migrating in a sense, being found. They could be found traveling underground. They could be found in the move. I see immigrants moving and they're going to be captured and found here. And so this could be people that been put over there. Now they're trying to come back without the legal system trying to help them to. Okay. So I see a lot of arrival. I'm also seeing possibly even military leave. Okay. And I'm going to say less about that. But, if you have not seen your loved ones in a while, I feel like some of you are going to get the opportunity to see them over the next 1 to 3 days or four. Okay. I'm also seeing something coming in about a jet. So we're going to see like a jet coming in, a jet needing to be assisted. a jet having issues at takeoff, but jet is a hot word of the day. Also, like I said, a lot coming in about China, something coming in about Spain. Specifically, I feel like northern Spain, but Spain nonetheless. Dance. I'm picking up on like award ceremonies or something like that because I keep seeing EGOT. I don't know why, but maybe I don't keep up on stuff like that. You know, I tell you the news before the news, but half the time I don't watch it, but I'm picking up on EGOT. Okay. And then EGOT with GOAT. I feel like somebody's going to get their flowers or somebody's going to, be honored in such a way here. So we're going to see people maybe getting their stars, stars getting their stars. But I'm seeing this energy here. Now, I am seeing things coming in about currency and money. We're going to hear a lot of talk about stocks and finance and stuff like that because that's in the news right now. So we're going to hear stuff coming up about that. I'm also seeing like having to do with a lot of like walking. So we're going to see maybe, like when people like walks for cancers, run for cancers and stuff like that. With this humanitarian energy coming in, we're going to see that in some places over the next 1 to 3 days or 4, a lot of humanitarian activity coming in. Something about walking, somebody's manner of walking that could start trending or something like that. But they might find new studies on how walking can help ease certain things, okay? A lot of domesticated energy coming in, more so about domesticated animals. Like I said, goats. So goat milk, goats are used for milk. It's used for meat, but it's also used for fiber. So it's a good time to, like I said, cut back your goats and your sheeps. Cut back your goats and sheeps here so that things needing to be the fiber that you need to get from there, you can get from there. People calling people names stupid and people doing foolish things I see here as well. I'm also seeing like adultery type energy that I have been seeing for a while. That's why I said you shouldn't call yourself a goat because like the goat, from my research, it means domesticated mammal. Okay. It means leecher. It means womanizer. It means seducer. It means adulterer. Okay. Energy coming in. So we might see something. I'm seeing something about Don coming in. Don and Juan. Don and Juan. They could be the names coming in. Okay. It could be a movie Casanova. It could be something about Romeo. These are names that are coming up. But Don, okay, separate. So we'll hear something about somebody named Don. We'll hear something about somebody named Juan. And we'll hear something about somebody named Romeo coming up in the news. Okay. Okay. I see foolish and stupid acts, or people basically doing idiotic things here. They might not know any better, but I see also somebody trying to blame somebody and put all the blame on somebody that is foolish or that they deem to be foolish or that they deem to be naive. And so they're going to try to put the blame and use this person as a scapegoat. Okay, so somebody might try to throw somebody under the bus over the next 1 or 3. I said might, but it ain't no might. Somebody will try to throw somebody under the bus over the next 1 to 3 days or so. And I feel like this is going to be on a government level. I'm also seeing sports players here. I'm seeing something coming in about like an elbow. So it's kind of like a little bit of fight energy coming in, but I'm seeing someone being elbowed, okay? Here, elbowed or head butted. Okay, so I'm seeing some kind of a fight coming in, and this could happen with a sports player of some sort. Derogatory terms will be, said here. So somebody's going to go under fire for saying derogatory terms, and this could have to be with religion, or it could have something to do with race. Nonetheless, it's derogatory and it will be said. Okay. I'm also seeing stuff about clothing. I've been picking up on a lot of clothing energy, a lot of like garment energy, and I'm seeing something coming in about clothing. It could have something to do about the Pope's clothing. You know, they have this picture of the trumpet. Basically wearing the Pope's clothing. So maybe we'll hear more about that. But I'm getting something coming in about Rome as well, and Greek, Rome, Greek, sorority news. Because if I think about the Greek, I think about Greek alphabet, which a lot of times that's associated with sororities. So we'll hear something coming in about sororities as well. So people being given little, too little, and not enough. Okay, checks might be smaller than expected because we're in challenging energy here. And so there's going to be challenges that arise, and the need to make these adjustments here. So a lot of people are going to be faced with challenges, and some people are going to be experience the challenging of mites, dealing with mites and dealing with bites, bed bugs. Okay, studies about bugs, small bugs. I told you yesterday, but today is a different type of bug. We're dealing with mites now. And so mites affects dogs, they affect chicken, they affect animals. So typically what I do here is when to try to cut back down on mites and stuff, I use diatomaceous earth. That might help with for some people, and some people you might want to find a way to like start managing your mites, because this is a time to, that's why I said cut back your fur. Cut back your fur, cut back your animal's fur, and dust them with diatomaceous earth. Make sure you're cleaning their pens with diatomaceous earth, because mites, they cause like animals to look like 11:11 on my clock, but mites cause animals to look like they have like scabies or something. It just makes them look, it's like their hair like disappears. Okay. So I'm seeing this here. Something coming up about smaller particles, atoms, people getting a fraction, things being a fraction of the cost. So maybe some things do still go down, although tariffs are in place. I see grain. This is a time I'm seeing a lot of agricultural energy here. So shrubs and trees, get them in the ground now so that they can, their roots can take hold. But I am seeing something about Arab activity. And I am seeing something about things happening up in the mountains. We'll hear something about mountains over the next 1 to 3 days or so. As well, stab energy, piercings, and pricks. We'll see that in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. That's here, so we'll see an increase in stabbings, and may even see like unique piercings on a person's body. Okay, I see unrestrained and excessive indulgence, people not being able to help themselves, and it has to deal with in alcohol and drugs and alcohols. So unrestrained and excessive indulgence in alcohol and drugs, and this cause increase in emotional activity as well. I'm picking up something about cars. In particular, we'll see something about cars, but like this car speeding, but I am seeing something about a jaguar as well. A lot of animalistic activity here in the energy, and I honestly don't know why. Let's see, what's today? I don't know why it's all this animal activity. We're in, what's today, the 5th? Yeah. Yeah, so policing and politics today. Okay, today is also the day for self care as well. If today is the 5th, this is the day for self care, self love, to take care of yourself. Okay. I'm also seeing something coming up about a judge. We'll see something about a judge over the next 1 to 3 days in the news. So a lot of legal activity, because, like I said, today is the day for policing and politics. So that's why there's going to be a lot of people getting tickets. This is a day when I tell you to go to speed limit, that type of thing. Because over the next 1 to 3 days, we're going to see on the news a lot of legal activity and the ramifications for the choices and that's been made. I'm also picking up on fish and artificial bait. Fish and artificial bait, artificial intelligence. These are subjects that's in the energy over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Flies, trolls, like people teasing people, people being skipped and not considered. I do see workshops underway as well. We'll hear something about workshops. Okay, people having to run. But I see like working out, and that's why I said I feel like there's an event like a run for I forget what a marathon, but I don't even know if it's a marathon. It might be like a charity event. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on, a charity event. But today's a good day to do physical activity if it is today for self-care, and I believe it is because that's why I'm seeing ticket in the energy. It's the day for self-care. So I'm seeing a lot of exercise and stuff here. I'm seeing some kind of race, like a race. Something about ribs coming up and jabbing somebody in the ribs. So this is somebody I'm seeing like stabbing in the ribs. And so that's why I said over the next 1 to 3 days, make sure you're at home at a decent hour, especially today and tomorrow. Be home at a decent hour. Don't stay out too late, and don't hang out with people that you don't know, and don't trust everybody. Okay. Red hot chili peppers. So peppers is coming in. Might be a good time to plant your peppers. It's just in the energy. But peppers, peppers might also be something that people are going to be noticing that's affected by the tariffs and stuff, or that the prices on peppers end up going up. So I planted me some peppers. Okay, I don't even eat them like that, but bell peppers, stuff. I did. I planted me some peppers. So we may hear something about peppers. Oh, could be salt and pepper. Okay, anything that's got the word pepper in it, you gonna hear coming up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. But look, I'm also getting victory. Okay. So, some people are going to get the victory. Somebody might get mad and give them an elbow because they don't want you to be successful, although you are going to be successful. A Zimbabwe artist is coming in. So an African artist makes headlines as well. Um, um, so I'm seeing like entertainment energy coming in, writing, dancing, artistry, painting. We'll hear this. People are going to be hinting at stuff, and you'll be like, "What you mean?" We'll see that as well. I'm seeing something about the crown. So we're going to see about something about royalty, but more specifically, I'm getting Indian royalty. Okay, but I'm picking up on royalty. Yesterday I got Harry, so we could hear something about Harry and Meghan, or maybe they get their crown back. I'm not certain, but I'm definitely picking up on a prince, okay? On a princess energy here. I'm seeing people making progress. We're going to hear more about progress. I'm seeing things like growing. I'm seeing people departing, but I am seeing people coming back as well. I'm seeing the past being brought up here. So some people think that things have just gone away. It's not going to come back. It's going to come back in some kind of way. It's coming back. It's being brought up. Gun violence increases today. Over the next 1 to 3 days or so, I'm seeing pistols and revolvers. This could be talk about like guns, putting stipulations on gun usage, bills being passed about guns. Here, I'm seeing dictate, like literally dictator type energy coming in. Unpleasant and uncontrollable people, a villain, a brute, okay, a weasel. Now, speaking of weasel, snakes, and monsters, ogres, wretches, the devil. Okay, this energy coming in is telling me that there's people that's going to be up to no good. And like literally, when it comes down to weasels and snakes, protect your garden. And also watch out when you're in your garden, and watch out for snakes, because this energy is telling me that we're going to hear something about snakes over the next 1 to 3 days or so. We're also going to see more increase on snake bites. We'll hear this come up. Increase snake bites. I'm also seeing here like people are going to be winning. Somebody's going to win a lot of money. I'm seeing winning. Somebody's going to win the game. I'm seeing winning. Okay. Remember I said yesterday it's your winning season. I keep seeing that. I see you retrieving and I see you recovering. So we're going to see people in the news over the next 1 to 3 days, reclaiming, receiving, recovering. I'm seeing territory. So this is somebody reclaiming their territory back. This is fight over territory. This is what's coming in here. Okay. And I'm also seeing, like I told you, there's going to be still captures, apprehensions. There's going to be a lot of arrests over the next 1 to 3 days. We're going to see taking place. Arguments as well can take place today. This is a day to focus on creativity. Do what you need to do to try to focus on working in your best interest and adjust. Okay. I'm seeing something about comprehension coming in. I see people adding, maybe people joining the military, people being the talk about the draft comes up, and joining the military and stuff like that comes back up, because I'm picking up a lot of soldier energy. Something's going to come up about labels and identification as well. So make sure you're carrying your ID with you, because otherwise you could just get a ticket. I'm seeing something coming up about the flag and stamps. We'll see something in the news about flags and stamps over the next 1 to 3 days or 4. I'm also seeing here stock market here. I don't got any stock market insight for you today, friend. But I'll have some for you later, okay? But I don't have it today. All right. Yeah, I see that the chaser becomes the chased. Okay. The chased becomes the chase. Those that have been chased becomes the pursuer. We're going to see that happen. So so it's almost like the last shall be called first, right? The last shall be first, because I see whoever. So we're going to see some tables being turned here. On my screen, it just said, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think it does too. But we're going to see the tables being turned. Okay. Here, I see like a resistance Ooh, so there's about to be an upheaval over the next 1 to 3 or 4 days. Somebody's about to resist. The people are going to start acting out. Okay, they're going to say, "No, I'm not putting up with this." All right, it's insulting. Okay, but nonetheless, the resistance could be literally a thermal resistance. So we're talking about clothing, so we're talking about flame proof, fireproof clothing and fireproofing and stuff like that talk. Small islands and rivers talks over the next 1 to 3 days. Teachers coming up in the energy over the next 1 to 3 days. Cereal, animal feed, something coming up about animal feed. Sometimes that animal feed is questionable because, yeah, you want to know what you're putting in your animal stomach so that you'll know what you're putting in your stomach, especially if, yeah. But anyway, so I'm also picking up on Japan, something about Japan and the Pacific. I'm seeing as well. So nonetheless, although I'm getting a lot about Jamaica as well and Chinese medicine, nonetheless, I'm seeing all of this stuff, but I am also seeing that there's going to be harmony as well. So it's not going to be all bad. There's going to be some good that happens. There always is some good that happens. Sometimes just the bad has this tendency to distract from the good that's being done. So whatever this charity event's going on, whoever gets an EGOT or whatever that is, I see coming up. I'm not certain, but let's focus on the good in the world, okay? I love you. Gublewa, and hearts go out. You get a heart, you get a heart, you get a heart. Hearts go out. Bye.